Caleb Black, can I get a time check, please?
It is 9:58 p.m. Oh, look, it's a picture of me and you.
Oh my gosh, that's sick.
But it's 9:58 p.m.
Which means it's time for
Caleb P.M. Woo! Whoa!
Yeah, buddy. I love Caleb P.M.
Oh my goodness!
I'm clicking the alt.
Turn it off!
That was crazy. A horrible edit. Today we'll be ranking Post Malone albums, and then we'll be ranking the Raising Cane's cups. Just kidding, we won't.
We could,
but
that would be on the fly though, off the dome. I mean, you know the number one.
We know. I know them. It's not hard.
This is worse.
Okay.
Then this one.
Okay.
Then this one. And then this one.
Yeah, we would have had the same exact list.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We've already ranked the cups. Now we're gonna rank his albums. Austin came out a couple months ago. Yeah.
July. Yeah.
July 28th. So, Post Malone is my second favorite artist. Go check out our top 10 artist video, and you'll see.
He's not on my top 10.
But we're gonna rank his albums. You'll see from a perspective of a super fan
and a casual fan.
And a casual fan. I was gonna say likes them, but not a super fan. I guess casual
fan was the right word.
All right.
I like him.
Yeah.
Just a casual fan.
Yeah. Cool. Starting with number 5, it will be Beerbongs and Bentleys.
Agreed.
This album, as far as like hip hop rap albums go, it's not horrible. There's just more misses. Not more misses. I'd say there's an equal amount of misses and hits.
There's more misses on this one than typical for.
But yeah, I agree with that.
I will say this one has some of my favorite Post Malone songs.
Stay is incredible. It's incredible, man.
Stay gets me good.
I love
Candy Paint.
Candy Paint's great.
Also really
Paranoid's one of my favorite Post Malone songs. And people.
But this one has my least favorites.
Is it? Yeah. It has Ball for Me, which I cannot stand.
I don't like the super famous song, whatever it's called.
Rockstar?
Rockstar, I can't stand.
See,
Rockstar.
I liked Rockstar, and then it just got so overplayed, and it's a fun song to like hype yourself up to, but when you hear it 100 times in the span of a week, because that's literally what happened when that album came out. And I don't think it's a bad song. I mean, it's not a great song, but like, it'd be a good hype song if it wasn't overplayed. But it was so overplayed. But it's got other good ones. I love Zach and Codeine. I think it's a great song. I like the not metaphor, reference, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm also not a big fan of Better Now. That's another one that's, I think,
Better Now's not the worst. Psycho's good. I love Over Now. I love Over Now. Oh my gosh, that's just.
I don't like Ball for Me.
I hate Ball for Me.
Candy Paint and Stay are probably my favorites off this one.
Rich and Sad's pretty good. Paranoid and Stay are my 2 favorites, not in that order. I like Psycho. Rockstar just got ruined. I like Zack and Codeine. Rich and Sad's good. But yeah, it's not a bad album. It's just his worst.
I'd give it like a 4 or 5.
I'd give it a 6.
Coming in at 4th place is one of the newer ones, 12 Carat Toothache. I thought this one was.
I give this one a clap because it's a good album.
Yeah, this is a good album. I think he only has 1 miss. This one was good. I think the deluxe added some really good songs.
Yeah.
Which one? Waiting for Never is really good.
Yeah.
Wasting Angels is awesome. Wrapped Around Your Finger is awesome. The best song on this one by far is Lemon Tree.
Thank you.
I love that song. Best metaphor for like depression I've ever seen in a song. Because it's not so on the nose. It's like, oh, I get it, you're sad. It's like. Yeah. It's something that some people can't control.
Right.
And absolutely.
Post Malone just hits on mental health whenever he talks about it. The only song on here I don't like is Insane. And I Like You just has a bad
verse. One of the verses isn't that good.
Feature, yes. It has a bad feature. Other than that, I think the song's vibey. I can bop to it. But those are my only 2 complaints.
Yeah, there aren't too many on here that I'm like, yeah.
And the only reason this one drops to 4 is that it doesn't, other than Insane, I don't think it has a miss. But there's songs, other than Lemon Tree, the songs aren't really like so incredible.
Yeah, I
boost it like his other albums do.
Lemon Tree is like a top 5 Post Malone song for me, probably 5th.
It's in my top 5 as well.
And then I don't think any of the other ones would even be top 10. Maybe Waiting for Never. I really like Waiting for Never.
Wasting Angels might be in my top 5 too. I love When I'm Alone.
There's a lot of good ones on this album.
Yeah, Wrapped Around Your Finger's a bop. Reputation's so good. But it's not the incredibleness other than Lemon Tree. The incredibleness other than Lemon Tree is just like not there as it is with his other albums, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Coming in at number 3, his debut album, the one that made him famous, Stoney. This is Stoney and Stoney and 12 Carat Toothache were the one we went back and forth on what to place at 4 and 3. The other ones were pretty, we already knew.
We weren't like disagreeing with each other.
Yeah.
It was kind of like we had to decide.
We had to think about it. I've gone back and listened to this album twice since Austin came out, and I definitely think we made the right decision because this album.
This is the one that has 34
songs.
I need just the deluxe.
Yeah. This album is just so good.
This one has Feeling Whitney and I Fall Apart.
Yeah. Feeling Whitney, I Fall Apart, Yours Truly, Austin Post.
I mean, it's just like the
Feel, Go Flex, Patient, White Iverson, Leave. I'm sorry, it's great. It's great.
I Fall Apart and Feeling Whitney are two like Lemon Tree esque songs with like they're so good. So it's like this one has to go above 12th Carat Toothache because there's 2 songs that are.
And I think Deja Vu and Congratulations are also on that level.
I love Congratulations. Congratulations is the song from him that was so popular that I didn't mind. Yeah. I actually liked it.
Dude, Up There's so good. I forgot about Up There, dude. This album's great.
This is a great album.
This is one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time.
I think it was one. It was Feeling Whitney. I think that Noah Kahan did a cover. So I've got a soft spot for this album.
And I never want to come down.
But
Leave is so good too. It's just a great album.
I don't know if this was a tough choice for you. It was not a tough choice for me. I knew the number 1.
Yeah, I did too.
But number 2 is Hollywood's Bleeding. This
is the album that made me a super fan.
This one was the one that made me a casual fan. I was just kind of like,
this album's so good.
I like the other 2, or I like one of them. I wasn't a fan of the other. This one has my favorite Post Malone song on it, which is Circles. There's something about Circles. I listen to that song all the time. I just cued Circles. Allergic is also insanely good.
Hollywood's Bleeding itself is good.
This also has Sunflower on it. The 2 things about this album I don't like are Wow. I don't know. There's just something.
I like Wow. Wow's vibey again.
It's boring. I just don't.
I like it. It's fun.
It's not a bad song.
It's a fun song.
Mid.
Internet's really good too. It's a short song, but I love it.
The issue for me, one of the saddest things ever, is when an artist puts out a banger.
I already know what you're gonna say.
A potential 10 out of 10 song that just changes the game.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you know what? Let's get a feature for this song that sucks. And that is Goodbyes. Like, oh my goodness. I love that song. And then Young Thug comes in and says, I can make it bad. I can do this. I can ruin everything. And you know what he did?
And it's not even a knock on Young Thug, because I think he has some good songs.
I agree.
Some good features. This one was just horrible.
There's just something. This one, he wasn't trying today.
And I remember, because this was the single to the album, or one of the singles to the album. I remember calling you when this came out, because I was peeved out of my mind, because I was almost in tears of how good this song was up until this point. And then the Young Thug feature happened, and I was like, what the crap? And I called him so mad.
He was mad
that this had happened, because this was about to be not just my favorite Post Malone song, but maybe a top 3 song of all time for me, because it was that good up until the Young Thug feature. I'll still listen to the song because up until that feature, it's great.
I skip it when
But just knowing the feature comes on.
That too, so I'm gonna be mad tomorrow.
Dude, Myself was one of my favorites. I think it's a very underrated Post Malone song.
It is unfair that Sunflower's on this album, though. That cancels out Goodbyes. And then I just love Circles.
And for Post Malone, he's had a lot of bad features. This is one, other than Young Thug, he had some good ones. DaBaby's verse and Enemies is really good. Die For Me, I think is a great song. Future and Halsey kill it. I love Halsey. She's one of my favorite female artists. On the Road with Meek Mill. Ozzy Osbourne and Travis Scott, they killed this track. Take What You Want. The fact that he was able to get one of the biggest rock legends of all time and then one of the biggest names in hip-hop to come on a song with him and put that together, that's my favorite song on the album. I'm Gonna Be is great. Staring at the Sun with SZA, that's a great feature. I Know is a good song. This album's so good, man. It's incredible. I missed that feeling I got when I first listened to it, because that's when I knew like Post Malone. That's when I knew Post Malone was going to be a top 10 artist for me.
Which leads us to our number one. What could it be?
Number one, without a doubt, it's Austin.
It's Austin.
What a freaking album, dude.
Absolutely incredible album.
You could tell insanity, dude.
You could tell very fast how good this one was going to be, because Chemicals dropped and like, holy mess, that song
Great
was great.
song.
And then Overdrive came out.
Morning
came out, and then Morning was great. Not as good as Chemical, but
I don't think you're
and then Overdrive came out, and then Overdrive was incredible. And it's just like
Overdrive's such a good song.
Like,
oh my god,
the album's got to be good. Like,
and
it's
then
just gotta be
the clip he posted of Enough Is Enough, I was like, oh my gosh, this is just gonna be, and it was. And this is what I want Post Malone's music to be like for the rest of his career. Stay with the guitar, stay with this type of music. You're combining different genres of music so well. Dude, this album, it blew me away. Like, I didn't think he could get better, and he did.
I'm hearing almost every song off this album because I just want to listen to it. There's only one skip, and it's Texas Tea.
That's the one skip for me.
I don't care for that song.
That's the one skip, but everything else is above an 8 for songs.
Yeah, there are a couple that might dip into the 7s for me, but that would only be like 2, maybe 1 or 2 songs.
We could honestly make a whole video on Austin if we wanted to.
We did make a whole video on the album.
The album by the Jonas Brothers was the album of the year until this album came out, in my opinion. Now this, and
they're still kind of close. It depends on my mood. This one's kind of depressing. The album is very not depressing. So it depends on my mood.
There is another album that's come out since this one that has took over the album of the year spot for me, but this is a close second. This one
also, after he put the album out, he put out Joy, and I really like Joy.
Joy is great.
But Too Cool to Die is my favorite off this one. It's followed up very closely by Laugh It Off,
which is my
Green
favorite
Thumb,
on the
and
album.
Landmine. All 3 of those.
The last 3 songs of the album is what did it, dude. Like, it was great, and then those 3 songs just came back to back to back, and you're like, oh my goodness. Laugh It Off was a perfect ending to this album. Until Joy, and then that was a perfect ending.
Yeah. Texas Tea's like literally the only one I don't like. Like, I could go through this whole track list, and there's not even a single other one that I'd be like, I mean, I don't know about that one. But, like, they're all so good.
Hold My Breath is so good. Enough is Enough is so good.
Buyer Beware, I love that song. Like, this was a great album.
Dude, he did it. He did it. Austin, easily the number 1 album Post Malone has made.
I agree.
And I'm so glad he made it. I didn't expect him to come out with an album 2 years in a row, but he did, and I'm so glad that he did, because Austin's amazing.
I agree. He's very emotional and open in these songs, and I appreciate it when artists do that.
Absolutely.
And before this album came out, he also made a song with Noah Kahan, my favorite artist of all time.
And it's great.
Dial Drunk is a great song, and then it's just as great. I don't know if it's better.
I think it's better, but that's because I'm a Post Malone super fan. And I loved his verse so much.
His verse was great. But yeah, that's not a part of this album, but I would have been fine if it was. Alright, well,
just to close this out. And I've been looking for someone. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank y'all so much for watching. This has been Caleb P.M.
This has been Caleb P.M. You've been Caleb P.M. Let us know what you think the Post Malone album's rank should be. If you disagree with us, I don't mind. But
I feel like this was a pretty good list.
I think it was a great list. We haven't had any bad lists.
I don't think we have either.
Let us know what you think.
Subscribe, comment, like the video if you enjoyed it, and we'll see y'all later. Hope y'all enjoyed getting Caleb P.M.